But the reality, what you're saying is a factual truth. Because we have to come to a conclusion. What was written and what is the conclusion of Quran? Because you can't be one religion with one essence, with the preserved words, when the translation of this one word is not arriving to the same stuff.
Yes.
It has to come to one conclusion.
So,
you know what I mean?
So they said when you translate the Arabic from to English, there are many different meanings. Arabic. But we just want to know, for me to understand the Quran more better, because I don't know Arabic, translate it in the English properly so we can understand it properly. Because when we read the English language, many men are going to say it never so. But I have to read it in Arabic. I'm going to say, if it's wrong in English, why translate it in English wrong then? To fool me, because I know Arabic.
But the bigger question is this: that God will be a God of confusion, because He knows that people are seeking of Him, but He gave the message of hope in a language that half the world couldn't understand. So where are we going with this then? You know what I mean? So if you can't pray in Arabic, or God doesn't understand what you're saying to Him in Arabic, what's the purpose of this conversion?
Many people.
What's the purpose of this conversion?
They don't even understand the Bible properly.
But they have access. But listen to me. Even if they don't might not understand the Bible, God is easy accessible to understand you in any language you speak.
We can't limit God.
You can't limit God.
You
can't limit the Holy God.
God can do anything we want to, brother. You can't limit.
You can't limit God.
God hear when you if you're thinking in your head right now.
He knows your thought before you thought.
But you can't take something that a Muslim or 10 Muslims say. You can't take something that 10 Muslims say and say that's the religion.
Yeah, but in reality it is.
I'm not taking it, because I know why I'm not taking it, brother. There are many Muslim brothers say one thing and say a different thing. And some of them don't really know. You know what I mean? Some of them don't really know. That's what I'm saying.
Whether know or not, some people might interpret things one way.
Yeah.
So that's
somebody interprets things differently.
But you have to go deeper, because if your point is that people are trying to take lack from the Quran, that's your point. Then I'm gonna ask you, is it still in the Quran that there is no virtue in an Arab over a non-Arab versus a non-Arab over?
Yeah.
Is that still there?
Of course it's still there.
So if that is still there, which is very profound, then your point wouldn't follow.
No, it's not a point.
No. Do you understand that?
No. What I'm saying is, the point is that the point is what I make is about racism. See? So I'm saying
that
racism,
your point does not follow.
No.
Brother, if they want to remove black mud because they want to take away from black superiority, if that's your point, then they would have to remove the section also that says
No. I'm saying no. They didn't remove it. That's what I'm telling you, brother. I said, look on the internet, look on all the Quran them. Black mud is still there. Black mud is still there. So I'm trying to show him in the Quran that when me have, in the Quran that me have, it don't say that. You know what I mean? It doesn't say that. Let me show you my next scripture that what my Quran say and other Quran didn't say that. So for me now, I say, okay then, let me gather all the Qurans then that me can gather and see if when they translate it in the English, it say a different thing. You know? Because you know the Arabic don't change. So you want to know if it said the same thing in Arabic as it say in English.
But start continue. But I'm going to say it on camera for the benefit of the doubt. All Qurans are not the same. If you go North Africa, you go Yemen, you go Egypt, it's not the same. Because those Qurans there came in the language that is spoken of those people. So what I'm saying to you is this. Now, the Arabic dialect that is so far is a very difficult dialect to translate. God could not allow a dialect to be the main conclusion to whether or not your supplication to Him in prayer is accepted or not. Can't. Because God has to be above that train of thought. Means that God can get to you extra the knowledge of any Arabic text because He makes it availability for you. So what I'm saying, whether a man understand Arabic or not, in his thoughts, in the essence of his mind in prayer, God understands because He's a God of understanding. So if you're limiting God to subject a holy God to only seize the respect and the authorship of prayer to a particular language alone, there's no need for the spreading of that message.
No, what I heard,
And that's why I'm saying to you, the message of the Quran
Yes.
is not that God can only understand Arabic. But if someone or 10 people even come together and say this, it doesn't mean that that's the message of the Quran. That's my point.
Yeah, you said that, because that don't in the Quran. I don't know if that's in the Quran, but that don't in the Quran.
Exactly.
So you have some people saying things that don't in the
can't say
Quran.
anything.
Now watch this. You know what you said to me? The Arabic from Morocco is different Arabic from Saudi Arabia. I didn't know that. Do you believe that?
Of course, the old Arabic of the Quran is not the Arabic.
So when you read the Arabic language from Morocco, is a different Arabic
So
from Saudi Arabia.
So he just catch you on the point he's saying.
Basically, what I said to me, when you read the Arabic from a different country, that Arabic language is different from one in Saudi Arabia.
Why?
I never heard it before, brother, and I'm a learner.
Why it's going to be different?
I never
Because
heard
the
that
because the authentication of Arabic text in the context of our Quran was given to Arabic people through Muhammad for Arabs. It cannot be translated or be broken down in certain dialects for you to understand certain premise of what it is saying. It can't be. Because if I ask any Muslim here, they'll tell you, the English translation of Quran is not Quran. Then I ask the question, what are we understanding then? If I can't learn the religion in the text, in the language that I speak, how am I going to know it?
Sometimes when we read the Quran, I'm going to read the English version, and that is the only way we can understand it, as I'm a learner. And when I try to explain myself to a Muslim brother, he said to me, that's not what it said because I'm reading in English. This is what I said.
That's a problem now.
So I said to myself,
that's confusion.
I don't know Arabic, and it's going to take me a long time to know. If I was small growing up and I was going to school and I learned Arabic then. But for now, it's going to take me like a long while for me to know the Arabic language. I don't only know English. So teach me in the English language. You know what I mean? Because that's what I know. I'm not saying I'm going to deprive myself from not learning Arabic, but it's going to take me a slow while to pick up some little word. You know what I mean?
But in the context of what you're saying, it could never be from a holy God.
I'm not denying.
It could never be from a holy God.
You know what I mean?
It could never be from a holy God. Could never be.
Let me see the English version, because
that's the only way you have to learn it. That's the only way you have to understand it.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
That's the only way. And any religious movement that come with the notion that in order for you to be authenticated by the text, you have to speak that language or know the language for it, then move the rug of the premises that God is not the knower of all things. You can't get to God in the ways you can't. So you can't think of religion like that.
I don't agree with you. And I'm going to say this to you because I'm not going to stay here. Yeah. What I'm saying to you, because you're a learner, right? Because you're a learner, my advice to you is certain deep conversations, especially about the language, is conversations that you should not get in with people who are not on your same wavelength, number one, and who are not on your same beliefs.
Yeah.
Because what you believe is totally contrary to what this man believes. Right? This man is going against what you believe.
How?
Right? Do you know this?
How?
Do you know this?
How?
Why you say that?
Why you say that?
Okay.
This is interesting.
Because I'm saying to me.
No, you asked me why I said that.
No,
you asked me why I said that. If you ask a question, you have to allow me to
go
answer. This man is a Christian, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Who is totally opposed to the Quranic scripture, right?
Yes.
And Islam on a whole.
Yes.
Yeah. He is totally opposed.
Yeah.
So you can't have this conversation with him.
Why not?
Because you are a learner, right? Yeah. And he has tried to learn things to combat Islam.
No, sir. You're getting it wrong. You're assuming that, sir.
He has tried to learn things to combat Islam. So whatever you
hold on.
I don't think you understand anything that I know.
Honestly, I'm sincere right now. He did not say anything wrong. He just
no.
I'm just saying.
I've heard him said many things.
Oh, no. I'm telling you facts. Facts.
I've heard
facts.
him say many
Facts.
things wrong.
Facts. No, sir. No, sir.
I've heard him said I'm telling you, you say don't say
facts.
anything wrong.
Facts.
And I'm
Facts.
telling you, I've heard
Facts.
him said many things
Name me
wrong
one.
in the
Name me
short
one.
time- in the
Name me
short
one. Name me
time.
one. Name me one. Name me one. Let me one.
Short time that I've been standing here.
No. Name me
I've
one.
heard
Name me
it
one.
said
Name me one.
many-
Name me one. Name me one.
You've not said
Sorry.
nothing bad about
Name me
the Quran.
one. Name me
All he
one.
said is-
Name me one.
All he said is when they translate the Arabic language to the English, and I'm reading it to educate myself. When I'm reading it, and this is how it said, they said no, this is not what it said in Arabic. So I said, show me what it said in Arabic then. And I said to myself, I said, why translate it in English if it's a wrong translation? Then they said to me, because they translated from Arabic to English, it got many meaning.
So hold on. So in a nutshell then, what you're doing then is leading deception. That's what you're doing.
Learn the Quran more
Because if
better.
you're saying the Arabic text translated in English cannot be the lead paramount to understand Arabic text, that means this religion is a lie. So the person who is trying to translate Arabic to English is a deceiver, knowing that the English translation is not as the original, which is the Arabic text. So they are telling him that if he doesn't know Quran in Arabic, and if he doesn't pray in Arabic, he's not praying to God. So this is confusion.
Learn the little by little, then learn Arabic language little by little. Huh? Who translated the Quran in English? I don't know. Who can answer the question? You can answer the question? Who translated the Quran in English? There's a most translation.
See, I have one in my hand. And the benefit of the one I have in my hand, that everybody can see. Sorry, my brother. It is Arabic and the English translation for the mind of the reader who needs to understand this religion. You can't bring me, who is not an Arab, manuscripts that are in a language that is not known to me and tell me that I should follow something that I don't understand. You have to translate the language that is acceptable, that I can understand what I'm following. So what you're saying to me then, my faith is led by the notion that whatever you tell me, I should bet my faith on. Can't work. Can't work, my friend. The Bible was translated in more than 1,800 different languages to the world. The Jews who knew Greek understand the Romans, and the Romans understand because they learned the different languages. That's how it works. And there's never anybody, no matter who you are in this world, who learned language, tell anybody that if you don't accept, or if you don't pray in this particular language, your prize is not going to be acceptable by a holy God. I'm saying to you, that's not the God that I want to serve.
You know what I said? It's very important to keep the Quran in Arabic. You know why? Because when they translate it in English, they got different words and different meaning, but the Arabic language don't change. So you cannot tamper with it. And that is very important. You can't tamper with it.
Preservative.
They preserve it in Arabic.
For a reason.
Alhamdulillah, that is good. But for me, that don't know Arabic, sometimes I find it difficult for me, and sometimes I find it difficult for me. Not to say that I don't want to know, but I find it difficult because when I need to read the English language, I want to know that the English language that I'm reading is the right one, is the proper one. Because when I read it, many of my Muslim brothers say it, oh brother, that's not what it means.
It's deception. In a nutshell, don't print it up. Deception.
Wrong.
That's deception.
You know what I mean?
That's deception across the board.
So when I say show me in Arabic then and translate in English so I can get to understand, so I can get to know. So I said, why translate in English wrong then?
My brother,
No?
sorry.
That's
In
all
a
I'm
nutshell,
saying.
let's
I'm wrong?
put. Sorry.
I'm wrong?
Let's put it easier.
No, I'm not wrong.
Let's put it easier.
You're
Hold on.
wrong with.
How many? No, let me just answer
Can I speak?
How many people buy a furniture? Let me finish. How many people buy a furniture? A microwave, a stove?
Brother,
If the
listen,
stove or the
you're
microwave
wrong
comes
in
in
what
Chinese
you're
language,
saying.
do they have to translate it also in the manual in English?
Is the wrong way.
How am I supposed
For you
go
to
about
understand.
it then?
I will tell you.
Thank you very much.
I will tell you.
He said
Why
something
not?
different.
Why not? Because him say me I go about it the wrong way.
No.
Brother.
Him want to go about it.
He is a conspirator too. Don't let him fool you. There's no way, brother. Let me hear it. But no, you don't make deception.
Listen, remember me and remember you. Yeah,
Go on.
we've been having this conversation from you
Go on.
as Christian.
Go on.
From you believe.
No.
Brother,
Wrong it.
brother,
Wrong it.
brother.
No. You on
relax.
camera.
From the
No.
time you believe Jesus was God, me and you been having this
Stop this.
conversation.
Listen, stop this. Let me tell you something,
I
brother.
will stop and let you speak.
I'm Jamaican. And we are the original children of Beno Israel.
Yes, sir.
And we never
Yes,
ever
sir.
say Jesus is God. Let me correct you. We never ever say Jesus is God. Let me correct you. And one thing I tell you, I was never a Christian. So
There was never a time you
go
believed
back
Jesus
to
was
the
God.
time. No, rub out your talk. Rub out your
There's
talk.
never a time you
no,
believed Jesus was
rub
God.
out
Where
your
are we
talk.
going with this?
Rub out your talk.
Where are we going with this?
You understand? Rub out your talk.
I
that's
don't know
all.
where we're
Alright?
going
You
with this.
understand?
I will,
rub
I
out
will,
your talk.
I will
that's all.
hold that point.
Rub out your talk.
I will hold that
You see what I
point.
say? Rub out your talk. that's
I
all.
will hold
So continue,
that point.
continue what you're saying then.
Hey,
Continue what you're saying.
Hold on, no.
use your energy more differently because there are people watching you across the world. There are Saudi Christians in Saudi Arabia that is cheering for you guys. But what I want you to do, don't allow them to push you too far to focus on the argument to build camera. Focus on the spiritual work you have to do. People are listening to you guys. God is with you. God is with you. Okay? Because you see Siraj, he's like a baby looking for candy sweetie. And he will never find anything. No matter what flavor you give him, he's not going to be satisfied. So leave him alone. You know what I mean? He's just a... He's like a laminated piece of paper, my friend. Forget it, man.
No.
You are on the world stage.
Watch this now.
You are on the world stage.
Watch your mega
and
refute
you're
him now.
claiming that you're a
Watch your mega
learner.
refute him
Learner
now.
don't go on the world stage.
All right, now,
brother.
hear him now.
As
Watch
a
your mega
learner, you
refute
should
him.
not be.
What is the point now?
Brother, as a
Basically,
learner,
basically, he
brother,
was said
as
to
a
me.
learner, you should
Why
not
I
be at
said,
the Olympics.
what I'm
You're
saying
at the
is,
Sorry.
trying to
what
learn.
I'm saying, because I said I am a learner, he is saying
We're all learners.
Him saying
I am a learner.
Because I'm a learner.
We're all learning every day.
And this is a world stage. Which part of this is a world stage?
Which stage?
I must not come on the world and say, let me
What
tell
is
you
world
something.
stage? To define your religion,
this is
your beliefs?
Everywhere that I go in this world, I am a learner.
Yeah.
Whether world stage, backstage, whatever stage, I am a learner. So when I come to the speaker scanner, by facts, I don't afraid.
Yes, sir.
Say something in the camera.
Because you have a voice. You have a voice.
If I don't know something, I will tell you I don't know.
You good?
If I know
God bless you.
something,
God bless you,
I will
man.
tell
God bless
you I know. I am not afraid to say
We have to do what we can for the younger generation because when we're gone, they're left behind.
I am going to tell you.
Look at Her
I am a
Majesty. She
learner
did everything
here
she could,
today.
but she had to go. That's life, my brother.
I'm a
We're all
learner.
heading down that road.
Live for 100 years. I am still a learner everywhere that I am go. So when you're talking about you can't talk about me. You're talking about you. You can't talk about me, brother. So basically what you're saying now, I must go in closed doors and learn. Let me tell you something, brother. You see, when me come to speaker scanner, there are a lot of Muslim brothers here educate me in things that I don't know. So, Speaker Scanner is a place where you can learn a lot of things. So you're telling me now, I must go home, lock up in my room and learn. No.
That's ignorance.
When I come to Speaker Scanner, I learn a lot from other people. You hear me? I tell you, what's the case? So
But let me put it for the benefit of the crowd where it's coming from. This brother had a dialect with a group of Muslims within his working environment. The conversation was based that if he doesn't know how to pray in Arabic, his prayers is not going to be answered by God, by Allah. His prayers will not be answered by Allah.
Accepted.
Yeah, he would not. If he doesn't pray in Arabic, his prayers would not be answered. Now, he came with this notion of a conviction that if God is universal and God knows all things, why would you limit a God to subject him to that? If he doesn't speak a certain language or understand as a human being, your prayers won't be accepted. So that's what the notion of argument comes from. Right. And I'm agreeing with him that if God knows all things, and he can be...
So I came to the park today to ask my Muslim brothers if that is the case.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If that is the case, that's what the argument. You know, so I'm not saying...
So where is your Muslim brother that you're asking? This man? This man is your Muslim brother?
No.
Where is the Muslim?
No. You see this?
This man?
No, you see this fool here?
Because if you come to
Hold
ask your Muslim
on.
brother, where
You
are
see
they?
this
I'm
fool
not seeing
here?
them.
Hear this fool now.
Sorry.
Hold on.
Are you Muslim?
Let me show this
Sir,
fool
hold
now.
on.
Hold on.
Are you Muslim?
Hear this
Are you
fool
Muslim?
here.
Where are your
Are you
Muslim?
Muslim?
You're asking?
You a warmonger.
Are you Muslim?
Stop.
Sir, hold on. Are you Muslim?
warmonger.
Are you Muslim?
You a warmonger.
Sorry. Are you Muslim? Are you Muslim?
No.
Are you Muslim?
You a warmonger.
Are you Muslim?
You a warmonger.
Are you Muslim?
You a warmonger.
Sir. Are you Muslim? Are you Muslim? Are you Muslim? You will deny who you
He's a
are.
warmonger. No.
You deny who you are.
He's a Christian. Because he's a Christian, and I am a Muslim, and I just came to the park and I see my Christian brother coming in from the different country, and me and him stand up, and me and him have a conversation about religion and so forth and who I am. This brother here knows that I am Muslim, and this brother here never ever ever try to convert me to become Christian. Yeah? This brother here know who I am. Yeah, know who I am. And this brother here, look upon me and tell me something good things about Islam as well. So what you're saying is wrong. What you're saying is wrong.
I beg to differ.
What you're saying is wrong.
I beg to
so,
let's hear his side.
Anytime
this is going to be interesting.
Anytime we come to the park, there are a lot of Christians here and there are a lot of Muslim brothers here. And I speak to everybody. What you are saying to me now, I must not speak to no Christian.
Because we have religious differences. That's what you're saying. That's heresy.
That's the cause of war.
Yes.
That's the cause of war. This is the reason why I'm saying with this thing. We cannot have love amongst each other. And that's what you're trying to say to me now.
But can I ask you a question?
That's wrong,
and it's very paramount. Are you a Muslim?
That's wrong, man.
Are you a Muslim by definition? Are you a Muslim?
That's wrong to say that.
Well, hold on, my brother. Are you a Muslim?
I'm just going off what you
No,
said.
no,
You're going after too much things. You're going after too much things. You're going after too much things.
Yeah, you're going off what you said.
You said you had this discussion. And
Yes.
today you came to ask your Muslim brothers.
Yeah, and the first time I saw my brother here and I was speaking to him about it.
Yes.
I was speaking to him about
Muslim brother about any
I just
issue
came.
that you have.
I just came. And he doesn't know.
It just came to the park. It just came to the park.
I just came and everybody have their conversation. And I just came and the first person I see.
Speaking to any
No.
Muslim
Sir.
to get your questions answered.
Even if
I see you
Sorry.
speaking to
Hold
someone
on. Can I get this right?
Even if he doesn't see me.
Can I interject?
Even if he doesn't-
Can I interject? I'm going to put you. Sorry. Sorry. Hold on. I'm going to put you in front of the camera. Sorry. I'm going to put you in front of the camera. If you don't pray in Arabic, does Allah answer your prayer? No, sorry. If you don't pray in Arabic,
I will speak to
no.
my brother.
You are a deceiver. You are a deceiver.
I will speak to my
You are a
brother.
deceiver. You are a deceiver.
I will speak to my brother.
You are a deceiver. You are a deceiver. You are a deceiver. You are a deceiver.
Speak to him about
I asked you the same question, but you can't give the answer. But you ready to attack you?
Tell us something. You see him?
Deceiver.
You
Deceiver.
is a warmonger.
You are what you call.
Let me tell you why, miss. Because I'm a Muslim and you were a Christian.
We should not have a dialect. We should not exist.
When did I say that?
But that's your
That's
saying.
No.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're doing.
You're saying it. That's what you're saying. And that is
And that is paganism.
No. That's what you're suggesting.
That's what you came with. That's what you're insinuating, my friend. That's what you're insinuating.
He said he had questions
Yes.
and he came to speak to his
No.
Muslim brother.
Yes.
You just came and barely open your mouth. And it's
No. If I come to you, and I said, I have a question.
That's
Yes.
And I come to the park and I
only
come
my point.
to speak
We can have
to my
any
Muslim brother.
conversation.
Yes.
No, basically, where am I say now? Me can come to you and say,
I'm leaving.
come to the park
Based
and I
on
come
his-
to speak to Muslim brother. I can't answer that to
That's
you.
only my point.
That's what he must say.
No.
But if he said he came to speak,
My friend.
his questions clarified
Yeah.
from his
Yes, so
Muslim brother,
basically,
then
So
I expected
where
him
am
to
say
see him.
Basically, where am I say me can't talk to my brother here.
Kinda.
Me can't talk to him.
well, I'm telling you
Me
now.
can't tell him nothing.
I'm telling you now.
Me can't tell him nothing.
Brother,
So
well, I'm telling
basically,
you
where
now,
am I-
that's not what I'm
basically,
saying.
where am I
But that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
How it come across.
Oh,
telling
he
you
doesn't
from
care,
now-
but he doesn't realize because he doesn't take accountability for his action. Doesn't take accountability for his action.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Sometimes you get a man wrong.
My brother, it's not. It's what he did. Use your power. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying to you. These are the problems I'm telling you. This problem. If they can't win the battle, fight the war, and it's not good.
if he has questions,
war, man.
he say come to us.
You are cause war.
And that's Muslim brother, it's fine.
Are you a Muslim? Are you a Muslim? Are you a Muslim? Are you a Muslim brother? So basically, a Muslim brother. Basically, what I'm saying is, I come to the park and I have Christian people in here who we are friends because we show love because God is love, and I have Muslim people here who are friends who show love. So basically, what I'm saying is,
You should not
I
seek
cannot go to
consultation
my Christian
from a
brother
Christian
and say,
friend.
you know what?
Even though I have
I
a
come
wide
to-
knowledge
I come to the
of
park
Islam,
today,
we shouldn't.
and I come to speak about something. The topic we are talking about. Basically, what I'm saying is we shouldn't go to him. So, basically, what I'm saying to me that my brother here gonna tell me something bad about my question, but doesn't tell him anything bad about Preston. He's not saying anything bad to me. Yeah.
If you have a stomach ache,
Yeah.
would you go to a doctor or a pilot?
That's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the point.
The whole point.
That's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the point. Ask him the question. Ask him the question. Ask him the question. Ask him the question.
That is the point.
No.
Keep beating the bush and beat the bush and beat the bush.
If I never refute you now. If you have a stomach ache, if I have a stomach ache, and I come to the park, and I see my brother here, and he's not a doctor, I can go to him and say, brother, you know, say me have a stomach ache, and so forth, and then he can say to me, say, because he's a doctor, he can come up with any form of remedy. I know some why you can take this.
Yes.
You
Yes.
can't take it, you can't take that. They say, which is good advice, and which is good. So basically, what am I saying to me now? Because me have a question, and I'm a Muslim, me must not go to anybody else, but go to a Muslim. Or an
architect cannot correspond with an engineer. That's what you're saying, my friend. That's a division.
This is division in the world.
That's in your mindset.
Division in the world, and God is one, and this is division.
Thank you very much.
What do you mean it's division?
Can I ask the question? Sorry. Can I ask the question? He just says a while ago, if you can't pray in Arabic, does God answer? So why are you here? Why leave him alone? He's not willing to talk to you. Leave him alone. Ask him the same question. 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 If you don't pray in Arabic, does Allah answer your prayer? Ask him. Ask him the question. Yes, sir. You just came to with the liquidity, you know.
Ask that question. Because you're a Muslim just like me.
Just like you.
All right, now. So, does God all knowing? Does God all knowing? God all knowing, right? And we cannot limit God. Right. No. As a man who do not know Arabic, yeah, and he's praying, right, would you say to him that, brother, you have to pray in Arabic? Because if you don't pray in Arabic, your prayer not going to answer. Allah not going to answer your prayer. Would you say that to a Muslim brother?
In Islam, there's two kinds of prayer.
Right.
There's a prayer that you can pray in any language. Right. That calling for help, you want money, I don't want your money.
Right.
Calling for help, you have trouble, you want to pray for anything else. You want to call God Allah and you want to speak to Him, you can speak to Him in any language.
Right.
That's a prayer.
Right.
Then we have something called Salah.
Right. I heard about it.
Salah, that's a form of prayer.
Right.
It's only done in Arabic.
Right.
And we do this 5 times a day.
Right.
Mandatory.
Yes.
Yeah. But if you are a Muslim and you want to speak to Allah in Hindi, in English, in French, you can do so.
Right.
That's fine.
Alhamdulillah. What I'm saying now, the Salah prayer.
There is Salah.
The Salah prayer. No,
These
let
people.
me
Let me finish.
You are one monger, man. You are not talking. Teach you a different person.
That's okay. That's okay.
Both God respond.
You may not like my
It's not about responding,
That's
it's about
okay.
accepting.
That's
Because with the
fine.
Salah, it's not that you're like...
He asked a genuine question, but the way they came across, he should not get the rebuttal from a Christian. But he doesn't understand that I know much of Quran and tafsirs. And I'm trying to make him understand that you cannot limit God to say, without Arabic, he cannot understand you. No. You must, but that's what his brother, the guys at workplace were saying. So he wanted the definition of what is going on.
Because, like he said, if you make dua, for example, me just like whenever saying dua, I've got exam, this thing, saying in any language whatsoever, it doesn't matter, God understands and He will respond.
Yes.
In His own way. In His wisdom.
Kind of prayer.
Not so much that I'm doing Salah
5 times a day.
It's
In
one of my
congregation.
obligations.
Yes.
So He says, Salah, I want you to pray. And that's why
Other religions, they don't have the such thing.
But which prayer is validated? Which prayer has gone to the prayers that you do that God consecrate as a moral height of how He accepts you? Which prayer is acceptable by God to accept you? Yeah. Which one is the prayer that God recognize your faith by? Yeah. Which one?
So Salah is most important because it is one of your obligations. So for example, dua prayer, if I never make a dua prayer, it's fine. Whereas with the Salah, if you don't do it, it's a sin. So from that perspective, that is also a reflector of faith, of your obedience, of your submission to God.
Yes.
No, you can't. You definitely can't.
No, what did I say you can't?
Wait.
No. What did I say you
I
can't?
think both you and I would agree. Everyone has a bias with every topic.
He came and asked a genuine question. He came because it was a concern.
He said,
Because he's not Arabic speaking person. And he is a convert to a religion that is Arabic mostly spoken. So he's trying to find out, because the notion that what was brought to him is that if you don't pray in Arabic, your prize is not going to be answered. So he came, accepted. So he wants to understand why not. It's a genuine question.
Because that's how God has said He wants the person
what
to
are
be
you
done.
learning?
For
Even if you
example,
didn't learn.
if there is a rule saying, in order to obtain forgiveness, I will need to sacrifice a lamb.
Let's say 35.
What I will say, hold on. If God is all powerful and
You may live longer, up to 100.
why can't I sacrifice
up to 100
a
years?
rat?
If you couldn't read
Because
that
God has
part,
said
right,
He wants
one
lamb.
surah. You try.
Islam is about submitting to
Double
God.
rewarded from now on until you die.
What he's saying is true.
You don't have to do it. It's not your mother tongue.
in any language
You need
other
to
than
try.
Arabic. So
That's
if I do
Islam.
it in English,
And why
it's
do
not
you
accepted.
try?
So what is that prayer for?
Me, Arabic
What is the
speaker.
significant
It's
root?
obligation.
Yeah, but that obligated prayer, what is it for? Is it the basic by which your salvation hang on? It is a fundamental basis by which you're accepted into paradise? Is it the subject? Yeah, it's important for you to know.
So are you asking me that if, for example, you're Muslim
Yes.
and you don't pray or your prayers aren't accepted, are you going to hell? Is that what you're asking me?
No, let me put it this way.
The answer is no.
Okay,
And that's why I
yeah.
would say, yes, God won't accept it if it's not in Arabic, but it doesn't mean that you are then going to hell.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be mandatory then, because if God doesn't place an emphasis whether or not you know the Arabic or not, then why you need to bother to understand the Arabic?
But brother, if you don't know the Arabic,
Yeah.
there is no blame upon you.
Yeah.
It is only, for example, once you learn that. So, for example, me,
Yeah.
I'm Kurdish. I don't speak Arabic. My mother tongue is Kurdish.
Yes.
Yeah? I learned how to pray in Arabic. I taught myself when I was like 8 or 9. I just bought a book from the mosque and I taught myself. It was really easy.
Why he did this?
Up until that point, until I learned, there was no blame upon me if I
People
don't.
to take
On
advantage
top of that, now
you
he's
not understanding.
bias lens. In Islam,
God
God has said that He's made the Quran easy to remember, to recite.
I know why he did it.
And I can see that with Muslim kids who recite entire verses of the Quran. Now, that is both an argument to say where you need to know the entirety of Arabic, you need to know those verses, and it's accepted. But more than that, to me, it's a sign that Islam is true, because the Quran, the verses for us to learn, children learn it so young.
But stick up in.
My bias to
All
someone
right,
who believes in
all right,
Islam,
stick up
whereas to
in.
you it's like, no,
If you should go to Saudi Arabia right now, and everybody in Saudi speak Arabic, would you understand them? There we go. So your faith is not subjected by the language you speak. It's accepted by the faith you have by surrendering to God. So what is more important? Your faith in God or the dialect you use to get to God? That's what makes it become confusing. And that's the question he's asking. Well, if his faith is paramount, why is he coming in then? Why is he subjected to make it a confusion? So he's saying that he shouldn't come to me to have a discussion. I'm saying he's not having a discussion with me. He's just talking to me about something that happens to him at his workplace. And I'm saying what those guys say could not be a fact.
I'm not speaking about Arab. I'm not speaking about
I wouldn't advise someone who wants to learn about Islam with someone who doesn't believe in Islam. Just like, for example, if someone wants to learn about science, I wouldn't encourage them to go to, for example, a flat earth person.
That's not what he's doing, you know. That's not what, no. Me and him reason together. Me and him reason together.
This is my uncle.
You see this guy here? You see this guy here? When he becomes a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. I can't wait.
I'll bless you, inshallah.
Look, love you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you in the family. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Mama, right?
Yeah.
But Papa, right? You're cooking food at home? You behaving yourself?
I'm not being very reason.
Bless him. It's just me naturally. I just love people, my friend. But you see this, you are that and you're Kurdish and you're this and I don't get myself. I don't want to get involved in this. You know what I mean? You accept the religion, accept the truth of the prophet, and you move along. Why other people come and try to authenticate what you shouldn't have, whatever? I don't want to get involved in this stuff. You know what I mean?
Leave this point and answer his question. Answer what he's actually asking, but they're just...
You don't know my journey.
But this gone so personal now, personal attacks, and that's where it goes. But to wrap up for the camera, it was an honest discussion which my Muslim brother came from his work of environment and was very disturbed by the notion of what was said to him, that if you don't pray in Arabic, your prayers would not be answered by Allah. So it was a personal attack on his moral conscience of where salvation lies. And I'm saying this is the hope we have in Jesus. My God knows every language. Whether I sleep, eat or walk, God answers me. So to God be the glory. God be the glory. God be the glory. But he loves you. But he loves you.
I love Jesus.
How? Why? Why? Why do you love him?
Because he's a prophet.
No, sir. No, sir. God, Jesus loves you. Hey, come here. 1 minute. Come here.
Come back.
You see, what Muslims tend to believe today, if you have a Muslim brother who is your friend in humanity, and he has a religious concern, he's not supposed to come to you as a non-believer to have any discussion about things that are internally matters. And I'm saying to this guy, anything that I've spoken of about Quran is because of the notion that what Quran try to contradict of the manuscript of the scriptures, that I have to put in correction. That Jesus Christ is God. He came to sacrifice himself on a cross for sinners. And that is the truth of Christianity. So regardless of what he speaks, no matter how you do, you can't take the notion of what Jesus came to do out of existence. Because Jesus came and he died a brutal death for the world. And that's historical matter. That is historical matter. That is historical matter.